Hello friends, in this video we will learn about blind swine mate. It is a checkmate pattern that demonstrates the power of two connected rooks on the 7th rank. It is often difficult to defend against this checkmate and you should be aware of the danger presented by these rooks. It is believed that the name of the pattern is a reference given by the great Polish player David Janowski, who referred to a pair of rooks on 7th rank that could not find mate as blind swines, implying that there should be mate. Let us study this pattern with the help of few examples. This is the game of Alexander Alekhine playing with the white pieces, and now you can see he has a wonderful domination in the position, and he continues to increase the pressure with the move rook to f7, preparing to double the rooks on the 7th rank. Black defends this plan with the move king to h7, and after rook c to c7 plays the move rook to g8. And now white plays the fantastic move here, knight to d7, which threatens knight f6 fork. So black defends this move with the king to h8. Now you can see if black goes for the move like rook g to c8, then we have another type of mating pattern here with the move knight f6, king h8, and now the move rook takes g7, which threatens rook h7 checkmate, and after rook takes c7, rook takes c7, we have a famous checkmate pattern, Arabian mate. So you can see how from one pattern we might get another pattern. So in the game after knight d7, black did not play the move rook g to c8 but played the move king to h8, and now white anyways played the move knight to f6. This knight cannot be captured because rook h7 would be checkmate, and knight f6 threatens the rook on g8. So in the game black played the move rook g to f8, and after this move white finished off black here with a nice combination, starting with the move rook takes g7. Now this move threatens rook h7 checkmate, so the knight was captured, and after this move, a quiet move, king to e5. And this shows how helpless black's position is. If this rook retreats to f8, then we have blind swine mate, starting with the move rook h7 check, king g8, and then rook cg7 would be checkmate. Now this is a typical example of blind swine mate, where white is down a piece, but still his rooks on 7th rank create a mating attack against the black king. So instead of rook to f8, black can also defend this move with the another rook. Once again we have blind swine mate in this case as well. Rooks on the 7th rank dominate the black king. So in the game after king e5, black resigned in this position as he cannot stop the entry of white king with the move king takes f6. For instance, after bishop to c4, king takes f6, and let's say rook f8 check and king to g6, it is just checkmate with the move rook h7, king rook g7, and then followed by rook h8. It would be checkmate. So black resigned after the move king to e5. So now let us look at the next example. Now this is the game of another legend playing with the white pieces, Paul Morphy, and let us jump to this position. In this position, Morphy played the move rook d to d7, doubling on the 7th rank, and black responded to this move with the move bishop to c4, attacking the pawn on a2. And now it is very tempting to go for the continuation of rook g7 check, king h8, and the move knight f8, which is a fantastic move, threatens knight g6 checkmate as well as the rook. But the problem with this continuation is that rook e1 check, king f2, and rook e2 check. White would have to accept a draw here with the move king to g1. As you can see in this position, after knight f8, this knight cannot be taken because of blind swine mate. So in the game, instead of going for this continuation, white set up a nice trap in this position with the move a4. Now, if black plays the move like rook a to e8, then it would be draw by perpetual check. But in the game, black fell for this trap and played the move b takes a3. And now the position is totally different. Now white went for this continuation of rook g7 check and then knight f8. Once again, this knight cannot be taken because of blind swine mate. And now the difference is after knight f8, rook is also threatened, and knight g6 checkmate is once again a threat, and after rook e1 check, king f2, and rook e2 check, white has the move king to f3, and now black does not have the rook a3 check that he had in last position because this pawn is now on a3, and this is completely winning for white. So this was the nice game by Paul Morphy. So in the game after a4, b takes a3, rook g7, king h8, and knight f8, Black tried the move rook takes f8, but once again it was just checkmate in 2 moves. So now to end the video, I have a puzzle for you. So it is white to play in this position. You can pause the video and think. It is white to play and win. So once again you can see we have beautiful rooks on the 7th rank. They are attacking the g7 pawn, but which is currently defended with the queen on g4. So white plays the move bishop to f5 here, distracting the queen. If queen takes f5, then we have rook takes g7 check, king h8, and first exchanging the queens to remove the defender of the h7 square, and after rook takes f5 we once again have the blind swine mate. And also after bishop f5, rook takes f5 is not possible, as then queen will also attack the g7 square, and after rook takes g7 it would be checkmate once again, like this, or after rook takes g7 king h8 it is also checkmate. So this is all that you need to know about the blind swine mate. Thank you.